Hey everyone, so today we'll cover some of the basics of Workfront Fusion. We'll cover two main functions, the get function and the map function. Okay, and these two functions are often used together basically to extract values out of an array in a JSON message. So what you see in my screen right now is a JSON message, and you have a complex array in a JSON message, in this JSON message, right? So what is an array? An array is a list of data, right? So here you have a list of persons. Okay, so here you can see person one details are here. The list the uh, person one details are here, and then person two details are here, person three details are here, person four details are here, and person five details are here. So basically we have five persons here, details of five persons here, and all enclosed in curly braces. Okay, and you have inside these curly braces you have a lot of key value pairs. So you might be wondering, what is a key? Key is nothing but a label, right? So here you have the label and the value is here, right? Label of name and the value of weapon is here, right? Age label 30 is the age, right? The value is 30, right? So you have a lot of key value pairs inside these objects. Okay, so basically what we call this is a complex array. Okay, it's a complex array. So now the requirement here is basically to extract the name of the person, where ID is equal to 20409069. So that is the requirement that we have here. So how do you do it? We do it in Fusion using the map function and the get function. Okay, so what is a map function? Map function is basically to convert this complex array. So this is a complex array. Convert this complex array into a simple array or maybe primitive array. So you might be wondering, what is a primitive array, right? So primitive array is nothing but like it would look like this. Okay, so you have simple values here. It doesn't have a key, right? Here you can see it has only values, right? It has a value, one value. As of now, it has only one value of weapon. So first step is to convert the complex array to a primitive array. Okay, and then once you convert it into a primitive array, it's very easy to extract weapon out of it. Okay, so we just need to extract weapon out of it. How can you do it? Using the get function. Okay, so basically we need to use two functions: map function to convert into this type of array, a primitive array. Second is to use the get function to get weapon out of this primitive array. So we'll see that in action. Okay, so we have logged into Workfront Fusion here. So let's click on create a new scenario. Okay, and let's right click here and choose module, and let's say tools. Okay, and let's say set multiple variables. So we're going to set multiple variables. So I have written down the variables here. So let's go here and search for my variable here, where person's complex array is nothing but the complex array. So where's my complex array? It's here. Just control A, control Z, and control V. Okay, so we have my complex array here, and click on add. Okay, click on OK. So this is the input message. Okay, so basically this is in a string format, so we need to parse this into a JSON file. So you need to use parse JSON module. Okay, so right click on this and just say parse JSON, and then click on parse JSON. Okay, and here you would need to create a data structure for your JSON. So what is the data structure? It defines your JSON message. How do you create it? It's very simple. Click on add and just name it properly. So I have the names written here. Du-du-du-du-du. Here it is. So this is my name. So let me just push it here. And so this is the name of the data structure. and generator. So let me pull my input message here, the JSON message here. Okay, so save it and save. So it has created a JSON data structure here. Okay, this defines the JSON message. Okay, click on save. Now JSON string, this is nothing but the input message. So the input message in a string format, right? So this is what we need to parse it into a JSON, right? Let's click on OK and let's save it and let's try to run it. Okay, run once. And what is happening is, let's try to run it. Yeah, it's errored out. So what's the error? Source is not a valid JSON. Okay, so maybe I think this is not a valid JSON because it has a lot of spaces here. I assume that a lot of, new line characters and spaces. It's not liking it. So let's try to convert it into a single line maybe. So let's copy it, Control C, and let's go back to my notepad. Let's format it properly. So you have plugins, JSON tools, and let's say compress current JSON file. Okay, so then it will be converted into a single line. And let's try to copy this, Control C, and let's push it as an input message here. Go to Tools, Edit, and just try to Control A, Control V. So right now, yeah, it's kind of pushed to a single line message, JSON message, and it's accepting it probably. So let's try to test it, save it, and run once, right? See whether it's accepting it. Yeah, it's successful. Okay, so what is the output? So the output, you can see the output here. So this is the first object in the person's array. This is the second object, second person in the person's array. Third person, fourth person, fifth person. So everything is formatted properly into a JSON message. Now, what do we need to do here, right? What is the requirement? The requirement is to pull out weapon, right? So the requirement is basically to pull out the name of the person where ID equal to 20409069, right? So as I mentioned, the first step is to convert it into a primitive array, and maybe you can filter the array as well. You don't want all the objects, all the values in that primitive array. We just want to pull out weapon into that primitive array. So let's again click on, let's add another module here and right click, and let's say tools, right? Tools, and let's say set multiple variables and add item. So let's say my name of the array, the primitive array, right? It can be where complex primitive array, or let's name it like var name person name. Let's say var person name, right? So let's try to extract it. So first of all, we need to add a map function. So map function, the first parameter should be the array, right? The complex array. And the second parameter should be the name, because we want to extract name, right? So that should be the second parameter, should be in capital. So if you see this, right? Okay, let's try this. Let me just show you here. Complex array. So here basically we need the name, right? This is what we need. The name is the key that we need here. So, and so basically we need to pull out name, and then third parameter is the filter key, right? So we need to filter by ID, right? So for example, where ID is equal to 204069, right? So ID should be the third field. So just copy it, Control C, and just say Control V, where ID equal to 20409069, right? So that's what it is, right? Now, so basically we need to pull out name from persons array where ID equal to 20409069. This is what it means. Okay, so now once it is pulled out, right? So let's try to click on add, click OK. So let's try to run it now. Okay, run once. Let's see the output here. Okay, so the output here is Vipin, as you can see, right? So if you download the output bundle, you can see it has come up as Vipin. We are able to see the primitive array here. Okay, now how do I extract Vipin out of it? Using the get function. Okay, so just go back here. So we need to add a get function. So I want basically get function, this is the input, and basically I want the first index. Okay, so basically what we need is, right, we need this, right? So basically we are going to extract Vipin. So Vipin is basically, this is basically the first index, right? First index, right? If we have something else like, for example, Angie, right? Angie. Suppose if we had something like Angie, then, okay, sorry, this one, comma, so something like Angie, this comes in the second position or second index, right? So here we know that Vipin comes in the first position, so we are going to say we have to give the parameter as 1 here, since Vipin comes in the first position, and this is the input which we already have. So let's save it and let's try to run it now. Okay, run. Okay, see here, we are able to extract the person name Vipin, right? That's what we need, and we can use this basically anywhere in your scenario. If you can use it in your mapping, you can use anywhere wherever you need this particular value to be updated, right? So this is the whole idea. Okay, so basically to extract values out of an array, what would you use? You would use get function and map function together. Okay, so that's what we did here. I hope it was useful for you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.